Hi, and welcome to Wags and Whiskers. Definitely the best part of the week because we get to visit with some of the adorable adoptable pets that are right now looking for their forever homes at the Sacramento SPCA. So if you've been looking for
Okay.
a little furry family member, then this is your chance to meet one. And today we've got a pet that we have never had on the show before. We've got a little mousy. Kaylee, tell us about what we've got here. Oh, it looks like maybe we've got this frozen up here. I'm going to give Kaylee a chance to adjust a little bit. Once again, if you have any questions about the pet that we're featuring here on Wags and Whiskers, you can go ahead and type those in the comments. If you have a question about your pet, there's been a lot of things in the news lately about pets and pet adoption. In fact, that's something maybe we can talk with the Sacramento SPCA, talk about their adoption rates. Adoptions are up in a huge way just as the pandemic started. I read this earlier this week. There have been nearly 1 million additional adoptions nationwide from shelters since the pandemic started. People are realizing that having a pet for companionship during this time, it's not only therapeutic, it's helping them, and we just love being a part of that process here at Mix 96 with the Sacramento SPCA. Looks like they popped off for a minute. Let's try and see if we have a better connection here. And one moment here. Hey, Kaylee, you're back.
Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what
Oh no,
happened.
it happens. It happens.
I put us on the Wi-Fi, so now maybe that'll work a little bit better.
I love the setup you've got for your little mouse friend there. He's tiny. He or she.
Oh,
Can you
yes,
tell readily if it's a boy or a girl mouse? Is it easy? I don't know. I've never had one.
I am not sure how you tell it's a boy or girl mouse. All I know is that this is a boy. But he is Mr. Mighty Mouse. He's about 3 months old. And mice can live to be about like 1 to 2 years old, so he's still got a little bit of life left in him. Oh my gosh, so cute. I'm going to try to see if you can see him drinking his water down here.
Oh my goodness. That is adorable.
So I have actually I don't know very much about mice. I've never had a mouse myself. So I had to like read up on mice before I came onto your segment right here. But let's see if I can get him out of his. Hi, Coconut Man.
That's adorable.
Buddy. So mice like to burrow. So we have in his cage all the stuff lying on the ground is what we call care fresh. That's the kind of stuff that soaks up all of their potties and everything like that. So that's the best thing to use for mice. And mice being burrowing animals, he'll burrow himself a little hole. Let's see if he'll do it right now. And then they'll make themselves all cozy. And normally they are nocturnal. So they are usually sleeping throughout the day. And then they're a little more active and running on their wheel at night.
Well, that makes sense because I would say their number one predator, the cat, is also a nocturnal creature. So they got to be awake and alert. I was just thinking, this little fella is so cute. I would love to adopt him. But my cat Nestor, his favorite toy is a little mousy on a string. And I don't think it would be a good mix to bring an actual mousy into my house. How cute, though.
Unless you keep them, like, they could be okay if you keep them in, like, a quiet room by themselves, away from other pets. I think that would be totally okay as long as your other pets don't have access to that room in case they have a high prey drive like Mr. Nestor. But they're fun little guys. They're pretty social animals, and I've heard our staff has picked up Mighty Mouse before, so he's been handled before, which is great. And he came in with 2 brothers, but they have already gotten adopted. So he's our last little guy looking for a home.
Now, how much space would a mouse require? It's not like another pet where you need to let them, get some exercise. Like with Nestor, I exercise him, with his mousy toy, or he's got a few other things that he likes to run around and play with. So he needs some space to run around. With a pet this small, how much do they actually need?
That's a good question. So they recommend on Animal Humane Society's website, they recommend having about a 10-gallon container for them, and they recommend even some people keep them in like storage boxes, and then they put like a mesh cover on top. It's really important for them to have that mesh cover so they have the breathability.
Yeah.
But yeah, 10 gallons. This little cage he's in is totally fine too. This is what he came to us in, and I believe if you adopt him, we would even give it to you to take home with him.
I have to say, so, you know, when you're talking about a pet that's in the rodent family, and some people have pet rats, and there is a connotation that they're kind of dirty, but he and his living environment looks very, very clean. Are they clean animals, mice?
You know, they aren't the cleanest, but I mean, they do their business. All of this care fresh material that's on the ground catches all their potties and things like that. So you just need to spot clean their cage or their kennel maybe like once a day, and then once a week you would change out the entire cage with new care fresh.
Okay.
So they can definitely, they get a little stinky, but you know, they're really great pets, and as long as you keep it clean and change it out once a week, it'll be great and manageable for you.
So that's the key, is just like any pet, really. I mean, any pet can be stinky if you don't keep up on that part of their care.
Yeah.
What do you feed the mouse? I mean, obviously the cartoons would have you believe that they eat big chunks of cheese. That's probably not something you want to feed your mousy pet.
So actually, he has his food bowl right here. I'll try to show you. But he has in there different kinds of nuts. He has a little bit of like corn, it looks like. Sunflower seeds. They have mouse pellets that you can buy from the store, and that's going to be the majority of their diet, are those pellets. And then you can supplement them with maybe a couple of like banana little pieces or a couple of pieces of fruit. They love sunflower seeds. So that's kind of what they eat.
I have to say, I'm just fascinated watching him. What he's doing, right? It's very stress relieving. I imagine if you had an apartment where, you know, maybe you didn't have a lot of space, this would be a great pet to have, because you know, not only do you have a little bit of companionship, but also something very stress relieving that's not a fish tank.
Yes, definitely. They can make great little pets, and they are great with kids too. If you have any kids in the family, they could be a cute little pocket pet for your kids. So they're fun little guys. I know a lot of people don't really think about mice as pets, but they're really, really adorable. And of course, they're super cute to watch running on that little wheel right there. I wish he would show you guys, but maybe he's feeling a little tired because right now is his sleepy time.
Yeah. Now, you mentioned that they have a lifespan of 1 to 2 years. So with a relatively shorter lifespan when it comes to pets, are there any health considerations? Do people take their pet mice to the vet? I mean, what is the health care like for a pet mouse?
That's a good question. So generally, they're pretty healthy animals that can like sustain themselves. But if you ever see your mouse like sneezing or coughing, or if he like loses weight really fast, anything that's abnormal, you would want to definitely take him to a vet. I'm not sure if you would have to find kind of an exotic animal veterinarian to do that, because I'm not sure that regular veterinarians that take care of like dogs and cats would have the capacity and know the knowledge to take care of mice. So it would be a great idea to research that before inviting a mouse into your family.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for introducing us to Mighty Mouse here. What is the adoption fee and process if someone wants to welcome him into their home?
Yes, so believe it or not, our mice are only $10 to adopt. So he is available on our website right now at sspca.org/small-animals. So you can go ahead and check him out on our website, and you can schedule a same-day appointment and come down to meet this guy.
He's so cute. I just thought of one more question. How do you, okay. And I ask this because my cat Nestor is an escape artist. When I went to go adopt him, literally the night before I showed up at the shelter to take him home, he let himself out of his cage and hid.
Oh my goodness, Nestor.
And he wandered out from behind the file cabinet 30 minutes before I arrived to pick him up. So
Oh my God.
he's very resourceful. I have witnessed his escape artistry in my home. So I know animals, when they want to get out, can be very smart about it and very resourceful.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
how would you say mice are with that? I mean, are they?
So mice are definitely escape artists. That's why you have to have the mesh wiring on top of their cage, because they like to climb. So definitely want to keep that mesh covering over Mr. Mighty Mouse here, because we don't want him roaming the streets and becoming like a mouse that's like accidentally in your office or building.
Yeah, yeah. All bets are off if that happens.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for introducing him. I think he's absolutely adorable. And
Of
I just know there's
course.
somebody out there that is going to want to bring him into their family. And maybe that's you, but maybe it's somebody that you know.
Yeah.
And if you're looking at Mr. Mighty Mouse here and you think he would make a great pet for someone you know, a family member, a friend, go ahead and share this video with them so they can see him for themselves and maybe get some answers to their questions about having a mouse as a pet, and hopefully get in contact with the Sacramento SPCA to adopt him and give him a really great home. Kaylee and Mighty Mouse, thank you so much. It was a great visit,
You,
as
Cheryl.
always.
Yes,
Happy
thank you
Friday.
so much. Happy Friday to you too.